What if the reason discipline feels so difficult has nothing to do with laziness? What if the resistance so many people feel was learned long ago? Because for a lot of people, discipline doesn't feel empowering. It feels heavy. It feels restrictive. It feels like pressure. Sometimes it even feels like failure before we begin. And when you really slow down and look at it, for many of us, that word became connected to punishment. Discipline meant we did something wrong. It meant consequences. It meant being corrected. It meant being watched. It meant losing freedom. It meant someone else deciding what happened next. So now, later in life, when we tell ourselves we need more discipline, something inside pushes back. Something resists. Something tightens. Not because we don't want growth, not because we lack potential, not because we're incapable, but because the nervous system remembers the old meaning. It still hears discipline as pain. It still hears discipline as pressure. It still hears discipline as something to avoid. And this is where awareness becomes powerful, because sometimes the struggle isn't the goal, it's the definition. We're trying to build a new life using an old emotional blueprint, trying to move forward with language that still carries yesterday's weight. No wonder it feels heavy. No wonder we procrastinate. No wonder we delay the very things that could help us grow. No wonder we negotiate with ourselves when it's time to begin. So maybe the question isn't, how do I force myself to be more disciplined? Maybe the question is, what does discipline mean to me? And who taught me that meaning? Because if the meaning is rooted in punishment, you'll naturally avoid it. You'll resist it. You'll postpone it. But if discipline can be redefined, everything begins to change. Maybe discipline is not punishment. Maybe it's self-respect. Maybe it's keeping promises to yourself. Maybe it's choosing long-term peace over short-term comfort. Maybe it's becoming someone you can trust. And maybe the reason this matters so much is because the way we define something often determines whether we run toward it or away from it, whether we build it or fear it. So today, pause and ask yourself, what meaning did I inherit? What story am I still carrying? And is it time to choose a new one?